Welcome to Agoracom's Small Cap Breaking News, your daily go-to source for the best small cap headlines for over 65 million investors since 2007. Today, we're taking a different approach. We're not just hitting the headline.
No, we're going deeper.
Exactly. Diving into the actual numbers, the financial results, the drilling data, the stuff that really tells a story and might make you, the investor, want to look closer.
Yeah, the compelling bits that might signal a real opportunity beyond just the initial news flash.
We've got 5 companies on the radar today. A real mix marketing tech, an AI, lithium, gold with an AI angle, gold antimony, which is interesting, and even some innovative gold mining tech.
A diverse group, all with some pretty significant news out recently.
Okay, let's jump right in. First up, breaking news from Wishpond Technologies. That's TSX Venture, WEIH, and OTCQX, WPNDF.
Okay.
The headline, Wishpond Technologies reports record profits and AI momentum amid strategic transformation. Record profits always catches the eye. So what are the financials backing that up?
Well, the big one is their record Adjusted EBITDA for fiscal 2024. It came in at $1.7 million.
$1.7 million. And how does that compare?
That's a 129% increase compared to the year before. Pretty substantial.
Oh, okay. 129%.
And importantly, this is their 10th straight quarter showing positive Adjusted EBITDA.
10th quarter in a row. That's building a real track record, isn't it?
It really suggests consistency, not just a one-off.
Any other financial highlights? Margins? Cash flow?
Yeah, good points. Gross profit margin edged up to 68% from 66% in 2023. So improvement there.
Okay.
And maybe even more telling, they generated positive cash flow from operations, about $519,000.
That is key. First time in several years, the release said.
That's right. It shows the business isn't just profitable according to accounting metrics, but it's actually generating cash internally. That's healthy.
And the headline also mentioned AI momentum. What's happening on that front?
This seems to be a big driver for them. Their SalesCloser AI product, well, it's taken off.
How so?
It hit $800,000 in annual recurring revenue, ARR, really quickly. Within months of launch, actually.
$800K ARR that fast?
Oh.
That definitely signals market fit, doesn't it?
It certainly suggests strong demand. And they're not stopping there. They've launched a white legal reseller program for it.
Expanding its reach.
Exactly. Plus, new partnerships, Roomvu for real estate, Venops in healthcare. It shows the tech is versatile.
And they're protecting this tech, too. Patents.
Yep. Filed 2 non-provisional patents for their conversational AI. They're clearly betting big on it.
There was a quote from the CEO, right? Li₂O.
Yes, he said, and I quote, "SalesCloser has quickly become our fastest growing product, and its impact is already tangible." Pretty direct statement on its importance.
Okay, compelling stuff from Wishpond. Let's switch gears to resources. Breaking news from Brunswick Exploration, TSX Venture, BRW, OTCQB.
Right.
Lithium focus here.
Headline.
Brunswick Exploration extends high-grade lithium footprint at Mirage Project, signaling major growth potential. High-grade lithium, footprint extension music to the ears in the battery metal space. What are the key drill results?
They've got some really eye-catching numbers from the Mirage Project up in Quebec. Hole MR24102 hit 36 meters, grading 1.51% lithium oxide Li₂O.
36 meters at over 1.5% Li₂O. That's a significant intercept.
It absolutely is. Very solid grade over a good width, and it wasn't alone.
Oh, other holes confirm it.
Yeah, hole MR24101 wasn't far behind. It hit 28 meters, grading 1.32% Li₂O.
Okay, so multiple strong hits.
And that second hole, 101, is important because it actually extended one of their known dikes, the MR6 dike. It suggests the system is growing.
And the overall size potential. You mentioned footprint expansion.
Right. The surface area covering their main zones, they call them MR3, MR6, and the stacked dike systems, that whole area has now expanded. It's over 1 kilometer long now by about 450 meters wide.
So the mineralized zone is getting bigger on the map.
That's the indication, yes. And keep in mind, they've finished 24 holes in this round, but assays are still pending for 16 of them.
So potential for more news flow there.
Definitely. More data points coming. The CEO, Killian Charles, touched on this. He said, every drill campaign has demonstrated the significant exploration upside at Mirage, and that this high-potential area continues to return multiple significant intercepts.
Sounds like they're pretty confident in what they're finding.
The results so far certainly seem to support that confidence.
Okay, moving to gold now. Breaking news from STLLR Gold. That's TSX, STLR, OTCQX, STLRF, and FSE. 09D.
STLLR Gold, right, at the Tower Project.
Headline, STLLR Gold hits high-grade gold intercept at Tower Project as AI-powered drilling advances resource confidence. High-grade gold, always good. And AI in drilling, that's interesting. What intercepts are we talking about?
The highlight is hole MGA 25-27. It returned 2.22 grams per ton gold over a pretty wide interval, 33.0 meters.
83 meters, okay.
And within that, there was a richer zone, 25.4 meters, grading 2.57 grams per ton gold.
Nice internal high-grade section.
Yeah, and that same hole also hit another separate zone, 5.12 grams per ton gold over 3.8 meters. Plus another hole, MGA 25-33, hit 2.95 grams per ton over 7.0 meters.
So decent grades and widths that, could add up.
Potentially economic, yes. That's what they're hoping to demonstrate.
And the AI part, how does that fit in?
Well, they're using AI tools to help guide their drilling program. The idea is to optimize where they drill.
To be more efficient.
Exactly. To better target areas where they can increase the confidence level of their existing resource or potentially find extensions more effectively. It's about smarter exploration.
Makes sense. Investors are probably looking ahead too, right? Any key milestones coming up?
Definitely. They've guided for an updated mineral resource estimate, an MRE, and also a preliminary economic assessment, or PEA.
When are those expected?
Sometime in the first half of 2025. So those will be major catalysts, giving a clearer picture of the project's potential economics.
And the CEO, Keyvan Salehi, commented.
He did. He said, we continue to intersect higher grade mineralization. More importantly, we continue to confirm mineralization in areas where we have the potential to convert resources to higher confidence levels. So, focused on de-risking and improving the resource quality.
Got it. Okay, fourth item. Breaking news from Nevgold Corp. TSX Venture. NAU OTCQX. NAUF SCU 5850.
Nevgold in Nevada.
Headline. Nevgold expands high-grade gold antimony discovery in Nevada amid U.S. push for critical minerals. Gold and antimony, that adds a wrinkle. What are the results?
This is interesting because of that antimony component. They report results in gold equivalent, or OUQ, to account for both metals.
Right.
So hole LB023 hit 2.11 grams per ton gold equivalent over a very long 67.1 meters.
Wow, 67 meters is a substantial width.
It is. And inside that, they had higher grade zones, too, like 4.29 GRT AUQ over 30.5 meters, and even 7.16 GRT AUQ over 16.8 meters.
Those are strong numbers, especially over those widths.
Definitely significant intercepts. They also pointed to another good hole, LB029, and some strong historical results as well, all showing this gold-antimony mix.
And the antimony part that's tied into the whole critical minerals angle, right?
Precisely. Antimony is officially listed as a critical mineral by the U.S. government. There's a big push to secure domestic supply chains for these materials.
So finding a significant deposit in Nevada is potentially quite strategic.
Very much so. Having a domestic source of both gold and a critical mineral like antimony could be very valuable, especially with government support potentially available.
Did the CEO mention that?
Yes. Brandon Bonifacio, the CEO, stated, "There is a clear commitment from the United States to advance high-quality domestic mineral projects." He added that their results highlight the opportunity at their Li₂O Butte project, and that, quote, "We are now in an optimal environment to advance this project."
So aligning the project with that national strategic push makes sense.
It certainly seems timely.
Okay, last one. Breaking news from Great Atlantic Resources Corp. TSX Venture. GR.
Great Atlantic, right.
And this headline is a bit different. Great Atlantic advances world-first AI-driven gold mining operation in Newfoundland. World first, that's quite a claim. What exactly are they doing?
They're calling it surgical mining. It's happening at their Golden Promise gold property in Newfoundland.
Surgical mining.
Yeah, it involves using AI assistance combined with directional drilling. They're aiming to extract a 2,700-ton bulk sample, but here's the key.
Yes.
They're trying to be extremely precise, targeting only the really high-grade parts of the gold veins areas that are over 10.4 grams per ton gold.
Wow, so instead of mining everything, just sniping the best stuff.
That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Minimize waste rock, minimize dilution, maximize the grade of the extracted material. It's particularly suited for narrow, high-grade veins like they have.
How are they actually doing this? What's the tech?
They're working with a company called Novamera. They're using a specialized drill about 2.5 meters wide called a bore drill. The AI helps guide this drill very accurately along the vein.
And this has some backing.
Yes, it's partially funded by Digital, which is one of Canada's global innovation clusters. So there's some serious tech focus here.
And Golden Promise has shown high grades historically.
Oh, yeah. They mentioned some recent assays in the release, like 120 grams per ton gold over 0.44 meters.
120 grams, okay.
Also 60 grams per ton over 0.44 meters, 42 grams per ton over 0.82 meters. So the potential for very high grades is definitely there. That's why the surgical approach makes sense.
And the CEO, Christopher Anderson, what was his take?
He really emphasized the groundbreaking nature of it. Quote, "This will be the first time in the world that AI-assisted surgical mining is deployed using directional drilling with a 2.5-meter wide bore drill." He added that if it works, it's a major leap forward, not just for them, but potentially for the whole mining sector, especially for narrow vein deposits.
Definitely an innovative approach to watch. Okay, let's quickly recap the compelling points investors might want to dig into.
Right.
Wishpond, Wish or WPNDF, record profits, 10th positive EBITDA quarter, strong cash flow, and that fast-growing SalesCloser AI.
Brunswick Exploration, BRW or BRWXF, high-grade lithium intercepts like 36 meters at 1.51%, expanding footprint, more assays pending.
STLLR Gold, STLR or STLRF, hitting solid gold grades over good widths, using AI to potentially improve resource confidence, MREPA expected next year.
NEF Gold, NAU or NAUFF,
Yeah.
significant gold antimony intercepts in Nevada, leveraging the critical minerals push in the U.S.
And Great Atlantic, GR pioneering that surgical mining with AI and directional drilling, targeting very high grades in a run-first bulk sample attempt.
Yeah, those are the core results, the financials, the drill assays, the strategic context that really stand out from these recent releases.
Exactly. These headlines are just the start. It's that underlying data, the stuff we just talked about, that provides the real substance for your own deeper research, your own due diligence.
Absolutely. Dig into those numbers, understand the context, see if it fits your investment thesis.
And maybe think about the bigger picture too, How are things like AI really changing different industries, even mining? And how does the demand for critical minerals reshape opportunities?
Good points. What other innovations or resource needs are maybe just below the surface, waiting for their moment? Lots to think about.
Keep exploring, keep looking past the headlines.
And for more updates like this, more breaking small cap news and analysis, definitely follow Agoracom. You can subscribe to the podcast too. Just search Agoracom on Spotify or wherever you listen. The link's in the description. https://open.spotify.com. Show 74 MVKK Fala WXFYY 65A2XLM.
That wraps up our deep dive for today. And hey, keep an eye on these tickers too for other news. Steve George's Platt, that's SX or SXOOF, Naren Wireless and UR or NRRWF, and Entourage Health ENTG or ETRGF. More updates always coming your way from Agoracom, small tap breaking news of the day.